Turn your
Turn
mic
it
up a little
on
bit on the back. Just a little bit.
1, 2, whoa. There we go. All right.
Because you're the one nobody could hear.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. The more serious you get, the
I'll
quieter.
take care of that. We
Yep.
just have to get louder.
Check, check.
Yeah. You gotta watch that. We
That
gotta stay
helps.
up here when we're
Thank
talking.
Yeah. Good Garth Brooks style.
Oh, yeah, it's a mouthpiece. All right.
You're alive, Judge. Ready to go.
All right, thank you. Squire Cotton. Want to welcome everyone to March 2nd, Monday, March 2nd meeting, first meeting of March. Want to welcome everyone here today. Thanks to everyone for attending. There's lots going on in the world this morning. I'm sure everyone has been watching the news this weekend, as I have. Tough decisions have to be made every day. We have to make them here. They make them in Frankfurt. They make them in Washington. And we hope that our allies also take time to communicate and cooperate, as we should all try to. So, but anyway, this morning, before we get our meeting started, if you choose to pray with us, Jim, would you open in a word of prayer, please?
Father in heaven, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity to come today and make decisions for the county. And as we always do, we ask for your guidance and your wisdom in making those decisions. Lord, we ask you to be with each and every person here today. Keep them safe after this meeting because of the rain. We ask you to be with this country as we're going through some rough times socially, and now we've got a war. And Father, just be with all those soldiers that are over there right now in the Middle East fighting, and keep them safe and bring them home safe, if you so will. We thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who came to this earth and died as a man, was resurrected for the forgiveness of our sins. And we thank you for that sacrifice. And it's in his name we ask this prayer. Amen.
Amen. If you would, join me in salute to our flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank everyone for that. Madam Clerk, if you would, call the roll, please.
Here. Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here.
All right, we have everyone here. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. I saw one change on page 32 when we came out of executive session. It doesn't mention that we voted or not. Let's see. Page 32 at the top, I think, is the numbers. It'd be a different number at the bottom. Yeah, 34 at the very last page. First full paragraph there, it said, when they come back in the room, we made a motion to return to open session. No decisions were made. Squire Cotton, seconded by Squire Ferris. To my knowledge, we voted and that passed. So just need to add language that motion passed. That's all that I have.
I've got one on page 1 at the top, in the middle of the page there where Mr. Lawrence Traxler came before. I'd like to change it to Lawrence Traxler came before the court period and eliminate all that talk.
All right.
I don't think it's relevant.
Came before the court.
All the way down to
All the way
E
down
on the
to
next page.
Next page, E, where you said his time's up and he thanked the judge.
All right, strike that, and all the way up. All right, and it said that Mr. Lawrence Traxler came before the court.
Yes.
All right. All right, any other changes in the minutes?
I got one on page 30 in the top left.
Okay,
So Ms. Cheryl Klotz came before the court to petition them to take Tanglewood Drive into the county road system for maintenance. I'd like to strike the rest after that. 30 at the top left.
It would be 32 at the bottom.
I don't have bottoms.
the first sentence, he wants to leave in, and then strike all the way down to,
Number 2, fire board vacancy.
yeah, where it says no action taken. All right, any other changes to the minutes? I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes with changes.
Motion approved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mike, seconded by Dan, to approve the minutes from 2/16 with the changes mentioned. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, sorry. Anyone opposed? All right, unanimous approval of the minutes. Next, we have communications from citizens. Anyone in the audience like to address us for 3 minutes? Come ahead. Morning, Ms. Klotz.
Good morning. I would like to state my name for the minutes, and it is Cheryl Klotz. I was here last time asking the court to take over Tanglewood Drive for maintenance. I'm just wanting to keep that on the front burner and be sure that I'm informed and know what's going on there. I'd like to remind you that as far as I understand, it is the only road in Spencer County that has been bonded but not adopted into the road system. I'd like you to keep in mind that the longer that it's neglected, the more of a problem it could become. So I want to keep moving forward, and I know you all, the judge sent the documents that I was reading from last time. If you need any help in any way with your due diligence or finding other documents, or if I can clarify anything, please let me know. But I just want to keep that on the front burner and hope that we're moving forward, and would like a little bit of feedback as far as what we should do next.
All right, thank you. Anyone else in the audience like to address us at this point for citizens' comment? All right, seeing none, we will move on. Communications from County Judge Executive. I know a couple meetings ago, we discussed doing that community development block grant, and I know I came back last meeting and said that KIPTA said it didn't work for parks. I've even learned since then that you're only allowed one at a time in a county, and I take this as good news. The city is applying for the maximum $1 million to do multiple projects, and I've got a meeting with KIPTA in my office Wednesday to discuss this. When I say multiple projects, I can't name them all, but I am going to advocate that basically they can do expansions of existing lines with this grant if they choose to. So I think hopefully we'll get some mileage out of it also, because we've got an agreement. I don't guess it's on paper, but could be some on paper with the city, but where we're going to work together and run that water line. There's a chance that there could be funding on this for that. And then, we're going to need sewer out at our farmers market. And the idea initially is we're going to put in a pump and have a little pressure line to send it over to a manhole, which is right beside our blacktop road. That the manhole is on our property. And I'm hoping that they are looking about expanding sewer for economic development, maybe along the blacktop road we built. And if that was the case, then we could possibly just hook to it there. So, but I did want to tell you guys that that's up and going. I'm very optimistic that they'll successfully get that, and then all of us will win in the end, my opinion on that. Anyone have any questions or comments about that?
Did you see that Lowe's grant that I sent you? It was like up to $1 million for parks.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna bring
we-
that up too,
You wanna try
Lowe's.
that one?
we already tried that, and I thought we had a real good one, and we didn't get it. That doesn't mean that we don't need to try it
I was
again.
gonna say they're open again, they do it every year, they
Yeah,
give out, money, and the Parks and Recreation is one of the issues that they,
yeah. Well, we can, I'll make a note, Karen, if you would make a note, and we'll look into that, in our office, and, cause when we filled out the other time, I know Emma, was, the co-op student was there, and, she made a good application, and we sent it in. But, anyhow, we'll address that, and I think we should try for that again, if y'all good. All right. All right, does any other member have anything to bring up? That's all that I have down there. All right, we'll move on. Communication reports, Julie, you're up.
All right, I have two first readings for you. The first one is the application of Little Mount Baptist Church requesting Ag 1 agricultural to R1 residential on Tract 1 consisting of 1.132 acres and Tract 2 consisting of 1.285 acres located on Little Mount Road and Little Mount Church Road. Commissioner Osborne made a motion to recommend to rezone the application of Little Mount Baptist Church requesting zone change from Ag 1 agricultural to R1 residential on Tract 1 consisting of 1.132 acres and Tract 2 consisting of 1.285 acres located at Little Mount Road and Little Mount Church Road. The recommended land use map in the comprehensive plan recommends mixed use. The change will be in compliance with the comprehensive plan, and it will bring the zoning into compliance. Commissioner Stevens seconded that motion. There were several individuals there that spoke on the matter and against the zoning, but after a roll call vote, motion carried with Commissioner Harden sustaining.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. You got one more?
Yes, I have the application of Paula Wheatley for Dale and Starla Rogers, requesting Ag 1 agricultural to Ag 2 agricultural on Tract 1A, consisting of 7.505 acres, and Tract 1B, consisting of 6.002 acres at 3655 Little Mount Road. Commissioner Bentley made the motion to recommend to rezone the application of Paula Wheatley for Dale and Starla Rogers, requesting zone change from Ag 1 agricultural to Ag 2 agricultural on two tracts totaling 13.507 acres located at 3655 Little Mount Road. The recommended land use map in the comprehensive plan recommends mixed use. The change would be in compliance with the comprehensive plan, and there was no one there to speak against it. Commissioner Osborne seconded that motion. After a roll call vote, motion carried.
I got one
All right.
question.
Yes.
On the first one, Little Mount Baptist Church, and, what was the general concern of the people that spoke against it?
There was different things, you know, and one of the things we'd explained to them was, you know, the church sits on a lot by itself. They were concerned because it wasn't being conveyed in with the church, it was remaining as a separate lot. I know one of the tracts they're selling, so it had to be a separate lot, but Tract 2 does provide the parking lot for the church. There was concerns about how people would get from that lot over to the church and not walk through a lady's yard. Well, it connects at the back, so they could actually walk behind the property. There was just different things based on the parking, I don't know, just, the
Okay.
best thing would be to read the minutes to get the several different points, but that was the high point, really, I think, was the concern that the parking lot was gonna be on a separate lot
Okay,
than the church building, and how they were gonna get to it and not walk through a yard and things like that.
okay.
The old building, I drove up there and looked around, the old building and then the new building behind it, that's on this one track?
No, it's not on any of those. It's
Oh,
on a
okay.
separate lot all to itself.
Okay, all right, I got
So I
you.
don't know if you can,
The one behind it?
yes.
Okay.
So there is a lot on the other side, it says Catherine Fickle is next to the, I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah,
you
deed
see
book
Tract
134.
2, and then you got the
Yeah,
Fickle
Tract 2.
property. The church is on the other side of the Fickle property. But it makes an L, so it loops back around behind her.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, the tracks that you see here, that 1, 2, 3, it still says, that's by that Fickle property, that's their parking, extra parking is what they're making that be. And then they're selling the track 1, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Because what they did, they built a fellowship hall building is what it's gonna
Yes.
be.
Yeah,
And
nice
that
building.
kinda took up the old parking lot. So now they're saving this lot here and making that their parking.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Julie.
And I have Ashley with me. I know some different ones had asked for an update over some stuff that was talked about a couple meetings back. Do you want that update now, or do you wanna wait to do that
Not now, be good.
later?
Now'd be good.
So as of right now, I'm not 100% as to what the process is. I've asked on the 23rd, I sent an email over for a status update.
We're discussing stuff that was discussed in executive session, we're not discussing it in open session.
Yeah. Yeah, I know when, well, when we came out, yeah, I guess basically, we don't need to get into particular details.
I just said did not have a status update.
Okay,
They're in progress.
yeah, they're in progress, so. All right,
That's it.
all right, thank you. Next on the agenda is Catherine Scott. You have a proposal for us?
Alrighty. I have a couple of things this morning. The first being that I'm trying to get the budget finalized for the July 4th festivities. And so there's a couple things that we need to work out. One of them is, I did include a budget with my cover sheet to be on the meeting. I'm hoping you guys had a chance to look at that. I wanted to just open up if there's any questions about the budget, how we have it delineated, the quotes that we've had, if you have any questions about that. And then I'd like to ask for any allocated funds that you guys already have in your budget that you'd be willing to put towards the event officially, so that tourism can handle just all the arrangements for you guys.
I'll just start, I'm curious about refreshments. You have a $3,000 request on refreshments, $1,000 for alcohol, for wholesale vodka and beer seltzers.
Yes.
Shouldn't someone individually do that and not be part of your ask?
Well, it depends on where we want the money to go at the end of it. We're hoping to raise funds through the sale of alcohol to fund some scholarships for speech contest and art contest winners, and then also to recoup some costs on the event. Those basically whatever we bring in on the alcohol sales could then go back after we do the scholarships to the organizations that have provided funding.
Did your committee decide that you all should be the ones selling alcohol, hiring a caterer versus getting a local establishment like Small Town Tavern to apply and do it all themselves? I mean,
Right.
I don't know that we can support selling alcohol as a moneymaker for scholarships. I mean,
Okay.
really,
Okay.
that was quite disappointing.
It's a, would y'all have liability insurance for that?
Our caterer would, which is why, like, tourism is not able to sell the alcohol themselves. We could take out the permit for the event from the city.
So y'all have hired
from-
like the bartenders to,
Basically, yeah. So like when
alcohol.
the city of Bardstown does civic events, they hire a caterer on their behalf to handle the liability for that and the serving and the cleaning. You know, we don't have a huge volunteer group. And so to know that we'd be able to provide that amenity for the crowd that's there would be very helpful to us.
Well,
If it's-
just so I understand completely, so tourism, you guys are putting this event on, and
Yes.
this is separate from, there's another group also putting an event on, or all y'all working together, or?
Are you asking about the America 250 group?
Yes,
They're a subcommittee of tourism,
okay.
right? So
So y'all are working all this as one big deal?
yes, yes,
correct?
yes, sir.
Okay.
And to kind of help as we go along, they have I know there was a question about having a parade. They've got that all worked out, so we can have a parade, and it'll be limited in size. It's not gonna be the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade that goes on for hours. Basically, they're gonna close off the bulk of town, and everything they can fit within the bulk of town is gonna be the parade. And they're gonna line up, down here by the, Baptist church at the red light, and the parade's gonna go west. Usually our parades go east. The idea is the parade is gonna go west, and then they'll finish up where the, old board office used to be, where the old post office was, somewhere in that vicinity, and then they'll disperse. And of course, we got our fireworks lined out. I've been in communication with the fire chief. We've got to get our application to the state in, but the fireworks are already in Spencer County, 2 palletfuls of them. So that part is done. So, you know, a lot of what comes beyond that is what they're working on. And, I mean, I do, you know, it is, and the equipment rental up at the top is a pretty big one. Is that that's a solid number, or is that an estimate of what?
It's a solid number based on Bounce Cloud rental, providing a large tent, some smaller tents, bounce houses for the children, tables, chairs, things like that.
And then the lights, 1,500, and then looks like you're getting 2 stages for free.
Yes, the Matheny family is loaning us 2 hay wagons to use.
Hay wagons?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are we gonna have that, like a stage like for the?
No.
For the bands to play and things?
So we'd be using the hay wagons as stages, and the idea would be to set up 2 across from each other here so we could keep events happening, just keep trading off, do our contests, have live music, go back to a contest, go back to music.
Well, I was just saying, like, we could rent a 53-foot trailer and then I could get that done. Or bring 2 53-foot trailers, or even smaller, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You know.
A hay wagon ain't enough.
Yeah.
And the other question I had on here, like the event supplies, safety at the very bottom, Robert, Andrew, it says walkie-talkie, first aid supplies. That doesn't count the chairs, but do y'all have any surplus walkie-talkies that can communicate on a different channel, so we don't have to buy them?
No, we don't have our 3 operations channels, so.
There's no way to communicate except for on operation channels on the radio?
I had inquired that with Chief Sumner also, and he had
I
given me
figured
a
we probably
strong
had plenty
no.
of radios, but that's
Mhm.
wild.
Well, the main thing is you ain't got the channels. You don't have one that you can
We have
free up.
radios.
That's not an emergency channel.
Yeah, I know, that's what.
Have you approached the city about the 40%, I guess?
Not yet, I've come here first.
How did you come up with the 40/60?
I know that usually we ask for a 50-50 match, but I knew that the fiscal court has money allotted for it, and I do not know for sure what the city has allotted toward it. So, it's a suggestion, but I'm, you know, at this point,
I would suggest 50/50.
okay, I could certainly ask for that, that's fine. And if it comes, if the court here would prefer that we're not directly selling alcohol at the event, that's completely fine, it's a lot less work, but we just wanted to make sure we were accounting for wanting to offer that amenity to our local guests. But it would be less for me to do, and that would be just fine.
I mean, typically for previous events like bicentennial, you know, even purchasing candy for kids in a parade is not a permissible use. So, if you all wanted to have a caterer or vendor do that, but any funds coming from the county, I would prefer that there be a clear line showing that this didn't go towards food or particularly alcohol.
Okay.
Just so it's cleaner for audit purposes, making sure we're in compliance with our
That's
rules.
fine. Now, if it was determined that that was definitely something we did want to provide, I mean, the tourism received a grant to go toward the event that is not limited to not having alcohol. So,
Yeah, I was just for funds from fiscal court to do that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm saying in my accounting of
Yeah.
it, I could definitely keep track of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just making sure that we're good on our end with our compliance.
Absolutely, thank you.
Now,
Karen, how much money do we have in our line item?
How much?
9,500?
9,500.
yeah, we've already sent a check. Yeah, we've sent a check for those fireworks, it was like 3,100.
So that's
Was that
6,400 is what we got.
Yeah.
Probably a dozen.
They got those rapid radios.
Might could borrow those. Yeah. But, you know, kinda looking back at what we had at our bicentennial thing in the county a year ago, you know, it was a big plus having the equipment, the bouncy houses and things, and Farmer Steve, and, I mean, that was all a pretty good hit, I thought, for the kids. You know, we did have a fancier stage set up that I thought, you know, would suit this event better than, I'm an expert on hay wagons. You gotta have a pretty good hay wagon to be safe to have people on it. I mean, if it's more than 2 years old, it ain't safe, because, unless it's been kept inside and,
Well, even if they
so
are,
forth.
they bounce.
They're bounced, they're tall, it's tough getting up on them,
Are we gonna have bands at this celebration or not?
yes.
Yes, we'll have a brass band, and then we'll have Josh Bogert and the Rockin' Cowboys.
We definitely need some sort of stage.
I mean, we need
What
something
would
better.
it cost for a stage, you know?
That stage that you had at Oktoberfest was like $6,000.
What about the one we had at, we had that trailer, but we,
The thing is, I have a contact I can reach out to maybe get you something better, for not $6,000, but I can only get one, he's only got one. But I can try to make that contact if you want me to.
cause I think you helped us get one once before from somebody.
Well, that's who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it'd probably be in the neighborhood of $1,500 to $2,000.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I'll have to talk to him, but you can't afford the big one that we have for Oktoberfest, but
Yeah.
I don't wanna speak for Josh Bogart, but I would be disappointed if I showed up and there was just a single hay wagon. I mean, you can't fit it.
Yeah. Jeff, you had your hand up?
We just did the Shakespeare on Main contract, 20 by 40 from MH Reynolds down to Barstown, 1620. And we come and set it up, and you can inspect it. They don't have any issues with that. And a 2-for-1, they might give you a discount. I can call them, we've got it back in 122. Those are wood, so they're not metal, so if they get wet, we dry them off. That was the big thing that Shakespeare was worried about, bringing in metal, stages, because they don't want them sitting out at night, but the, wood ones, you can throw a $10 tarp on them if you really want to, but they'll take a look and keep on picking.
The biggest kicker is, this being the 4th of July and America 250, I would say stages could all be spoken for on that particular night. And I mean, we'll have to,
You have to work on that.
Well, we'll get
Right.
on it. Get on it.
Yep.
It sounds to me like the funding would be, the preference would be to spend it on better stage than
Yes.
on, you know, food and drink amenities, and I think that
I
makes
agree.
great sense.
I mean, my hope is that we got local food trucks, and I like how you got it set up. The food truck folks, I think have to pay $100. When they show up, they get their money back. So they're not paying to set up, so hopefully we'll have several vendors, and I think you all have several that have said we wanna come.
Yes, I
So
already
the-
have 2 for sure.
Yeah, that'll have food provided, which is very important. And
What's-
then,
Go ahead.
well, as far as the other, if, I know we have a tavern in town, and at our bicentennial, they had a tent out here, and they took care of the whole business.
Fantastic.
And,
I'll
you know,
reach out
I
to
would
them.
advise, you know, I would hope, reach out to local businesses.
Them or I think the Moose Lodge did it last year, I think.
Okay, at the at the homecoming?
At the Oktoberfest?
Yeah, okay. Even the Moose Lodge,
Both of
yeah,
them.
or contact both of them.
Okay.
And, you know, that would keep it local, and of course, they do a lot of benefit work, the Moose Lodge.
What's the
You know,
hours for
themselves.
this thing?
It is 3 o'clock to 10 PM,
Cause I
with
would,
setup at noon.
cause I would almost suggest just have one singular stage and do like 35-minute changeovers.
Mhm,
That's what we do at Oktoberfest. We had a lot of success in that.
mhm.
It's a lot easier because you don't have to have two sets of sound systems, two sets of lights, pay people to run sound on two stages. It's a
Mhm.
lot less cost, and it's a lot less moving parts. I would suggest that.
Yeah.
If you only got 3 acts, you're only looking at 2 changeovers, so,
It's the contest in between. We wanted to give people setting up for music the opportunity to not be
encumbered by
scrutinized
the,
and encumbered by us doing a hot dog eating contest over here. That was the idea. But we could do those kinds of things.
Band, and then you can set up, you know,
well, yeah.
trailer
Or you could have a hay wagon for a hot dog eating contest,
Well,
or
we
trailer or
had that
something.
Yeah.
semi-trailer, but we,
Yeah.
yeah, one stage, I think, is good. So, I mean,
If you only got one stage, I might be able to help out with the AV and lights, so you don't encumber that cost.
That would be wonderful. I would so
Yeah.
appreciate that.
well, do you all want to, commit a few funds, since we have it in the budget line right now, or do you all want to, give it another week or so, or, you know, wait till the next meeting and discuss it some more? I mean, what I'm kinda gathering from everyone, and this is my personal opinion too, I think we agree that the stuff for kids, bouncy houses is good, and the stage is good. You know, all those being necessary, of course, that would be like close to $6,000 if it's 1,500 for a stage and 4,500 for the equipment rental, but, I mean, we could easily commit $4,000 today,
450850 is half of the total.
so
For what's on here right now.
that's for everything that's on here?
That's for everything that's on
That's
there.
50%.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're gonna drop some of this stuff off, like, you know, the alcohol and catering,
Yeah,
let someone local do that, but then the stage cost is gonna offset it, so.
yeah.
How much more money are we planning on to invest in the other thing that we're doing?
What's that? The firework show?
Yeah. Is
We
there-
may
should we
have-
anticipate more cost in that?
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be much over $500.
Okay,
We gotta pay the professional that's gonna light them, light the fireworks.
okay. I just didn't wanna drain it all the way down if we was
Yeah.
expecting some cost to come in
What's
on
that?
that.
You think it's only gonna be $500?
Uh,
Is that a guess or a educated guess?
that's an educated guess by what I've been told. I mean, so,
So you wanna make a motion, 450850
or
right now?
round it off.
I make a motion to donate 4,500 to the tourism committee for the American 250 event.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Will, seconded by Zach, to donate 4,500 to the, America 250 event here in Spencer County. Any discussion?
I'd just say, once you make all the changes that, were suggested, come back to us and we'll look at, you need a few more dollars, then
Yep.
look at that then.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, before you put it in concrete, please let us know, so, because, I mean, since we're funding it, you know, we'll want to critique,
Absolutely.
professionally critique what you got going on.
I'll bring back a revised budget also. and
All right,
just-
that'd be
yeah,
great.
Yeah, that's no problem. As part of this, I need officially on paper that I have permission to use the parking lot and
Yeah.
potentially this room.
Okay, let us vote on this first.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So we have this on the floor, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Now, first, parking lot is probably the city.
Oh, okay.
I know for sure the one back there is.
The one in front of the sheriff's office is the city's parking lot.
No, that might be ours.
We
He's
cleaned it.
talking about behind the Conrail building.
Yeah. The big parking lot behind the chamber is the city's, not ours.
Right.
But in the square, of course, you have the highway department, and then, you know, this, and then yes, this is some of ours. Now, the city does clean it. So, Jeff, Steve, is it the cities or the counties?
That's the cities, because I just got my permit here in 60 days. So
Okay.
Mr. Sumner is very happy. So,
Yeah, so,
help her with that issue.
but as far as needing this, that will not be an issue at all,
Okay.
because it's a cool place for people
Right.
to cool down at, and there's facilities here.
Yes,
So,
that would be wonderful, because we want to have a nice, safe place for our musicians to keep their instruments, and for people, if not elderly
Yeah.
people, if they need to cool down, use the
Right.
restroom, things like that.
Right,
Okay.
and I know we will have the porta-johns that we have here, and if we needed to get a few extra, we can get it,
Okay.
a couple extra or something. But,
If
there shouldn't be an issue with this, you just need to schedule with Julie.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Is it possible after 3 o'clock on the 3rd that I could have access to this room, so that if I need to load anything in early, I can
I
do
don't
that?
see a problem,
Okay.
just coordinate with Julie.
Fantastic, I
I
appreciate
mean,
that.
this is our meeting room, but it's also belongs to the community.
That's wonderful, okay. Well, thank you for that.
All right,
I have one other thing, which is to discuss a tourism office until the pavilion is built. Our lease is up with the Chamber of Commerce. I am moved out of there. And I would love to still maintain an office in the downtown area if possible. If it's not an essential spending priority for the county or for the city, I'm perfectly comfortable just continuing to work remotely until we have a spot at the pavilion or we work out something else. But if it is something that's important to the court to have a place downtown, a place where we could hold economic development meetings, have a base for people when they're coming into town, I do have an opportunity that we could take advantage of. Nathan Sharp with Elite Technical Systems at 37 West Main has a lovely front room with big windows that would make a great temporary tourism office. The cost would be the same, $500 a month, as the Chamber of Commerce building was. It would be all of the same, all of the utilities covered, internet access, all the same. There isn't a large hall there to host larger events in, but it's a large enough space that I could have meetings there. For,
Does the chamber not wanna extend it, or what's, why didn't we get talk about that?
Right. It was a challenging place for tourism and the chamber to be at the same time. All of our meetings and events overlapped. And so it seemed like it would make more sense in the long run to try and find somewhere else or to work remotely.
I would like, of course, we'll do what the court wants to do here, but I'd like you to approach the city and see if the city, what they would like to do, assisting you with that. Of course, I'd also be eager to see if they assist with the tourism,
For sure, I will be.
with
approaching them.
with the event on the 4th. But that's where I am. I'd like to see what the city thinks about your office before we act,
Okay,
personally.
no
Now,
problem.
you all can decide different.
I agree.
Well, I think it's a good idea you've got, if it's gonna be a washout monetarily anyway, so.
Of course, they were paying half of this,
Right.
so we need to make sure they buy in, and then
That's-
we can discuss it.
I want to make sure that it's still going to stay the same, our agreement with the city. If she does end up going down there, then they're still willing to pay half at least, and then we know we're at least going to
Right,
stay on the same.
all right, everybody good with that? All right, we'll discuss later on that, Catherine.
All right, I appreciate it, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, in old business, next, Robert, we got lots of Robert stuff today. Lots and lots.
Wish list.
So that service agreement, the state of Kentucky's changed their laws on our background checks,
Yeah,
so we have to do a national background check now. So this is just one of the companies that K-Beams recommends us use to do our biannual background checks.
Is this, in your opinion, the very best way to do it versus us doing them ourselves?
We cannot do them. They have
Okay.
to be done by a company like this, but this seems to be the cheapest company that the state was able to get a deal with.
Okay, And I'll back up what Robert's saying. When I was at training at Lexington last month, a breakout session said that we are going to have to do national background checks, which we have not had to do.
Yeah, we've been using AOC for all our annual, we have, normally, the way it has been is we do an annual AOC background check. That's what we have to do by statute. They've changed the statute to, now it's every 2 years and it has to be a national background check.
So
Yeah.
every 2 years, every current employee gets another background check, just to be clear.
And it's,
Every
30
2 years we have to do this.
and it's $34 per person.
Or
I think it's-
29.
I think it's the second one,
Yeah.
the $29
Discounted
one.
price, annual background check.
Well, the second one's a 29 one's annual, and then the $34 a full background check.
Okay.
Well, we have to do the full background on employment, and then every 2 years we have to do the biannual background check on all the
So
employees.
new hires 34, and then
Yeah.
annually or every other
Every 2
year?
years.
Every 2 years it'd be 29.
Do you need this in a motion?
Well, we have to set up a service agreement with this company, so y'all would have to,
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what we gotta do, and Robert
setting
thinks
up
it's the best option. is-
service agreement.
Let's just vote it and go.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mike, seconded by Zach, to approve the agreement to get to viewpoint screening, the service agreement to do our national background checks on our employees as required by law.
It'll
Any,
be the easiest conversation today.
yeah,
Probably
any
so.
other discussion? All right, all those in favor of this agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. All right, Robert, keep on trucking, bud.
What do you wanna,
You wanna go down to new, the other stuff's in new business.
Oh, okay,
Do you want us to move it up?
yeah,
All right.
yeah, let's
What
get it
page
done
we
right
on to?
now.
I'm trying to find it here.
68 is the public.
68.
Yeah,
Information request.
yeah, 68, Rob, you're the presenter on it, unless you want him to do it.
Oh, that's the Public Safety Foundation. Today I come to you guys representing the Public Safety Foundation. We're getting ready to do a gala, kind of like the Denman Pearls, to try to raise funds and, for our organization. And our organization is based here in Spencer County. It helps our first responders for anything they need financially, emotionally, anything that they need done. We are running low on our funding for our gala. We are seeking funds today. Our gala is not until September, so we would not have to come out until next year's budget. So we're touching base with you guys now to see if we couldn't get you guys interested in being a main sponsor, possibly covering the food cost, being the food sponsor. It's between $5 to $6 grand. $6 grand covers it all. Just putting the feelers out there and see what we can do to get on the agenda or on the budget to beat some other people to some monies because we know how that goes.
We'd have to double check. I think there could be, with it being a charitable contribution, there's been donations to charity in the past, however, with the food aspect, we'll just double check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
think we would just donate to their organization as a
Mhm.
donation.
Yeah,
And we
and
can
then
do that.
y'all could do what you need, and again, since this is next year, Madam Acting Treasurer, that'll work out better for us, probably.
Possibly, we just have to be careful with anything we do after July 1 to avoid
65-35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why we're trying to get ahead of the game and see what we can get put in there for now, so we can make sure that budget works out for everybody.
Yeah,
We are approaching the city as well, so that number could change if we get any backing from them. We'll see what goes on there.
if you
Touch
would,
You guys first.
after you go to the city, let us know,
Absolutely,
you know, even if you just come in the office, and then we'll address this after that.
absolutely. Sounds great.
All right,
Thank you, gentlemen.
all right, thank you. That was page 68. Now, Robert, page 69, come on back.
Robert, you got stiff competition in your talking.
Yeah.
I've taught him well.
Hey, Rob's trained
He's
him well.
watched, he's watched me
The
well.
only
I
time he
would
comes
say.
to the podium is asking for money.
He sees
trained
me
him
out here
good.
all the time, so he's got to go watching the meetings. I think is it the new hire, the new
Yes,
part-time?
yes.
It's a recommendation to hire Aaron Hudson, part-time paramedic. I think it's at 1970, I think is our starting paramedic.
This says 20. 20
It is 1920, sorry, 1920.
Is this replacing someone or just another?
No, it's just a part-time paramedic.
as we
Motion
get-
to approve.
All
Second.
right, we have a motion to approve the part-time paramedic, Aaron Hudson, that has passed all pre-employment requirements, to approve hiring them as a part-time paramedic at $19.20. Motion, I forgot who made the motion.
Me.
Jack, and second by Mike.
Mike.
All right, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. All right,
So, Med 2 needs a new engine.
are we done with people?
Yeah.
Now it's just trucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Med 2 needs a new engine. You see the two prices on there, the estimates we got, which I can't tell you, but the Allstate estimate said it's back ordered. I can't tell you when they're gonna be able to get the engine. I approached Zach about possibly just having Chevy Diesel stop. We've located a 2022 International CV 515 that's available for purchase. It has 101,000 miles on it. It's located in Texas. In speaking with them over the weekend, explaining our situation to them, they have graciously agreed to accept $40,000 plus including shipping to sell that truck to us. Should that be the direction you want to go?
No.
This is a used one. Well,
Med 2, how many miles and what year is that?
2017, so,
Are they offering a warranty of any kind?
I mean,
Oh,
we'll be,
sure they're
we'll be buying it as we
Well, I
buy
mean,
it.
you know, you're buying a truck from across
We
the
are.
country.
And
So-
that truck has 101,000 miles and
Is it fully,
Under
fully
procurement.
equipped? Is the back fully equipped?
all the equipment that's currently on Med 2 goes right into this truck.
Under the
Is there any
procurement,
equipment on
rules,
this
is it
truck?
40,000 or over 40,000 that we
Yeah,
gotta?
you have to, there is a House bill that was introduced, that's what I was pulling up.
but has it passed?
It passed the House, but it has not yet passed the Senate, so, it's House Bill 432 in this General Assembly, to allow for exceptions for EMS, particularly because they get not only bought up by other agencies, but also private companies as well. If it's gonna exceed 40,000, it has to be advertised.
But it's not.
But this one's
That's-
not
It's 40,000 even.
even.
But the one, wasn't the shipping 10?
No, that
shipping's
includes the
free.
shipping.
Yeah, we've already worked all that out. It's
It's all
40,000.
included in 40,000.
That's what I was asking, is it 40,000 or over 40,000?
Yeah,
No,
on
the-
page,
the-
so we're not on page 70?
Well,
That's what it was.
that
It's not
has
in the-
changed.
It's
But all
not
that,
in the.
all that was turned
here.
in until this weekend when I was.
Yeah.
Oh, how about I just give you all $1 and
No, we could, I mean, is it 40,000,
Even, total, everything.
40,000 or more, or 40,000 and a penny or more?
It says
Exceed 40,000, so we're not exceeding 40,000.
More than 40.
So if we write a check for 40, we should, I think, should
Where'd
be
you send
fine.
it to me at?
Huh?
Oh,
Well, let's
you sent it here.
discuss it all and then we
Yeah.
can figure that out.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
I've got an unpopular, I'm sure, opinion with Robert, but we're getting this new ambulance and it's supposed to be
Few
ready in
months.
May.
Yep,
Okay,
few
which is
months.
before our budget. Are we
Yep.
gonna be able to pay for that beforehand?
We'll have to make it happen somehow.
Okay. Well, we had a lot of discussion about whether or not to keep, I don't remember which med that was, but, or get rid of it. And, I think with our budget and money wise, I mean, it wasn't detrimental to EMS to get rid of one before. And then you save the money from equipping the new one. I mean, how killer is it to just get the new one and we'll take all this equipment out and then we'll sell that ambulance? Which was the original plan before, I know it's not a
Well-
popular opinion for you, but that was the original, what we were gonna do
All,
until we changed our mind.
okay, all the new equipment for the additional ambulance that we're getting in May has all been bought. It's already purchased. We have it. It's all been labeled, marked, inventoried. It's in-house,
Paid for.
paid for. The stretcher and power load and stair chair for that new truck that's coming in May, it's wrapped up in our Stryker deal that we've already signed the contracts for that. So I'm not sure if we can unring the bell on that aspect of it.
Can you hold off until May without this unit two? And how's that gonna
Well,
put you?
we'll have,
I think we're gonna be,
we'll have 4 on the road
that's
instead of
gonna
5.
push it, I think.
But I
Well,
mean,
but, yeah,
we've been in
We've
that
always had
case
one in
before.
reserve, haven't we? I mean, one of them's kind of in reserve.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a reserve now.
Right. Okay, one more question too. I think the new motor for this one, okay, the truck's gonna be worthless if it's not running. We wouldn't get anything for it, you know.
Well,
Do we want
it's
to?
running,
It's running.
it's running.
Which
yeah.
says it needs a new engine.
But
but
it's
it
still
runs.
running.
Just
It's-
have
If,
to blow by.
if you
Yeah.
try to sell that,
Bad
you know,
blowback.
you've got to disclose that
Well,
the engine's bad.
Well,
Yeah.
they're worthless at auction with an engine or without one.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
and it does help if they start.
Yeah, not a whole lot, no.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Realistically speaking, that's really.
I mean, all you're gonna get for an ambulance running is, what, 1,500 to 4,500,
If that.
if that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not worth putting a new motor in it and then trying to sell it.
Yeah, the
No.
motor won't add any value to
Okay,
it,
all right, that's fine.
Well, I
very
mean, you
little,
might get, with
very
an engine,
little,
you might get 6,000, I mean, with
total.
The only,
Yeah,
only
total.
value we get out of putting a new motor in it would be bringing it back into service and using it,
Yeah.
so.
Right, yeah. And we really
So-
don't need it when we get the new.
But Will makes a good point. Do we want to invest 40,000 in this one and invest in a new one?
And then
or-
equip the new one, which apparently
Which-
we've already spent the money.
Which we'll have 6 when we get this new one in. We'll have 6.
I agree. I think what Will's saying is we do not buy this one, but wait for a new one.
New.
I agree. I don't think we need to purchase this one when we're gonna get a new one on track in May.
I agree also. I mean, I just hate to buy a
I
vehicle
wrote that
sight
last night.
unseen.
Well, you know,
You know, there's always that, you sign that, as is.
you know, you got an ambulance with 100,000 miles that's, what, 2 years old, you know, why would somebody get rid of it? I mean, well, it's-
Yeah.
I can tell you from what my conversation with them, it's a agency in Texas that they bought the truck from, and this agency replaces their ambulances at 100,000 miles. So
They must have plenty of money.
they do.
I just don't see spending the money for 60 days.
I mean, again,
Do we need a motion on that?
we don't have to do anything.
Okay.
We
I
gotta
think
figure out
we're-
what we're gonna do with Med two, 'cause it's sitting there, so are we gonna fix it, or are we gonna have it hauled in and surplus it?
Surplus it,
Well,
send it to auction.
I'd say put it back together and drive it back home and park it over there. And we'll wait on a new one. You know, we'll decide to sell it, but get it back home. 'Cause we drove it down there, right?
Yeah, but you also are also gonna have to understand, we're gonna have a whole set of extra equipment now.
Well, I think you need to call and
We got
verify,
faith in you.
'cause you said you don't know
I mean,
Yeah.
what's done and what's not done, if you can untie
I mean,
anything.
we signed a contract with Stryker. We changed the contract with Stryker
To what?
to
Why?
get another stretcher and a power load and a stretcher.
'Cause it was only gonna add 19,000 to that contract versus us spending 50-some thousand to to buy all it outright.
I remember.
I
I
just
don't see
think
the
it's a-
issue with having extra equipment
I
on
think it's a-
hand, because somewhere down the road, something's gonna break down. We're probably gonna need to replace a stretcher or something, and
That's
we've
Stryker's
gotta.
gonna do that.
Oh, that,
Look,
Yeah,
That's
well,
part of the
All
contract.
I can
But-
tell you is I think
we may buy another ambulance somewhere down the road, and we've already got the equipment for it.
I have faith they'll work with us. I mean, we signed a big
I
contract with them.
we've already taken possession of the
Well,
equipment. I don't think there's no
we-
one bringing them.
Well, then, Dan, I don't think it's gonna hurt us to have extra equipment around, just so we don't have to buy one when it comes up, a new
I just-
stretcher.
Well, I'll just say this, as I speak my piece on it, is we got the extra equipment sitting there. We're not gonna buy another ambulance for 40-some thousand and have the equipment sitting there that we can swap over into it for 40-some $1,000. I will just say that straight up out of the gate. We're never gonna have that opportunity to do that without buying another brand-new ambulance.
Well, sure you can.
Yeah.
Right now, auctions, you can
If he
find
had this
ambulances.
one, we can. find
This one
another.
here was, how much was it, what they started out at?
It started out at 55.6.
Yeah, and we got it down to 50. And then because of the stipulations and because of the time crunch, and they're wanting to move it. So. I'm just saying,
I think
we got the equipment just sitting there and we're gonna be using it, we're gonna be parking it.
Where's the money sitting at?
So,
And we had,
It's my question.
We have a few spots in our,
I understand the concern, what you're
Well,
saying. I
we
agree to an
got
extent.
lines that we could pluck it out of, but,
Well, you just keep plucking and plucking
Right.
and plucking.
I mean,
we-
you
we
can't
have
pluck a
Chicken runs
chicken.
out of feathers.
Right, you can't pluck a chicken for so long.
we have money in the EMS budget that we can move some stuff around to pay for a majority of this. I feel very strongly.
Of
I
course,
think we're rolling the dice if we don't buy this vehicle and get it in service. My job is to make sure there's ambulances running. I know that with an aging fleet that we have, I can't guarantee that, and I can't guarantee it to the public that we're always gonna have the right number of trucks on the street.
Well, you
But you
agreed
all-
before that we could surplus one, so, I mean.
But we're
that's very beginning.
surplusing the one that this truck is replacing.
Surplusing is surplusing. You're getting rid of one no matter what. I mean, when originally we said we was gonna surplus one, which med unit was we gonna surplus when we got a new one?
The
Do
Med
you
4,
remember?
the Med 4 unit,
How many miles is on it?
220,000.
So pretty close to what we're.
But we've done a
Remount.
lot of work to it, and it's running fine.
well, right now, we got 5. If we buy this one and we
No.
get our new one,
No, right now,
no, we got 5, including one that ain't running.
okay.
We'll have 7. So we surplus this one that's junk, we still got 6.
Mhm.
You know, 6. Do we need 6?
Six is the number we should be at. We should have a
Well-
replacement unit for every truck that's running the street.
You know,
That's-
that would be wonderful if we had enough money, but, I mean, I think in 5 years from now, we probably will need 6. But, I mean, I feel like as long as we got 5 good enough ones, and with this new one coming in
In May,
May,
maybe May.
yeah, I think we'll be good enough for now.
Why don't we vote on that since we
All
have?
right.
So
I
it's-
just,
let
I'll
me
make a
just-
motion
Go ahead.
that we, wait on our new ambulance when it comes in, and, then surplus, this Med 2 at that time.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, have a motion by Jim, seconded by Will, to wait on purchasing another ambulance now, wait on our new one till it comes in, and then surplus the Med 2 or whichever one's the junkiest, I guess.
So, are you?
All right, any discussion, go ahead.
Are you saying that if we're gonna have 6 ambulances and we run 3 shifts, right?
We run 3 trucks per day.
Right.
Yes,
So if you had 6, you'd have 100% redundancy, right? If you'd have one truck for every truck that you got working, you got a backup for every truck you got working.
well, of course, then the weakest link is the next truck
Well, I can honestly tell you,
that
right
we,
now,
that we just worked on.
we have 5 ambulances. The one that's not running has 218,000 miles. Med 4, 220-something thousand miles, and Med 1 has 190,000 miles. We are, I mean, you're playing with fire for that. Y'all control the money, y'all make the decision.
So he said 5, you said 6.
Okay, we got 5 now, even though one's
But we
junk.
got 6 coming in.
But if we buy the international and the new one we got coming, we'll have 7.
Right.
So then we surplus one, we'll still have 6.
Yeah, you know, it's like the sheriff's office, like if they got 15 vehicles, we don't have 30. You know, and, you know, dump trucks we have for the road department, you know, we got 5, we don't have 10.
Yeah.
Okay, you know,
But
and-
we are hauling grandma
I
and,
understand,
and,
but we're talking about
Dad
60
and
days,
Mom.
you're getting another one.
yeah.
And I don't think it's worth the price to invest for 60 days. We may have to work hard to keep things moving and maybe shift some equipment around if something goes down. That's my opinion.
But at the end of 60 days, you're only gonna have 5.
Well, you was running this every day, and all you said is you putting more oil on it, so essentially you got a
No,
backup.
not
right?
this one.
They
We
were
had
running
one,
it.
we were
No,
running
this
every
one
day.
they were
This one
running.
here, we took to Shelby Diesel and had a bunch of work done to it, and it's done nothing but run back and forth since that point. I'm going back over there and having seals put back in it, and having this done and having that done. It hasn't really been in service
For a while.
2 or 3 months.
You know,
Well, the last meeting, he said they were using.
But if you had
Well,
four,
We were using Med
and
1
then
the last
we were
meeting.
gonna put a new,
Both of them
we were gonna put a new
asked
turbo in it, then it went over there, and we had some
Doesn't need a turbo.
more looking done to it, and it's got blown.
It's got
Well,
low
see,
compression on
if you
6
had-
cylinders.
you're running 3 all the time and you got 5 ambulances, like you said, what you wind up with. You got redundancy for 60% of your active working fleet. That's pretty good.
Well, I hate being under 5, because basically, if this passes, we'll be 4.
Yep.
Now, then it will be for a couple of months. So,
If the truck is ready in May.
now, this international, I think is a good buy at 40,000. As long as it's what we believe it to be, but, you know, when you buy, you get, I've bought many a thing at an auction, and they say you get an auction guarantee.
Well, I mean,
So-
if the big thing is the sight unseen part of it, then we put him on a plane and send him down there and look at it. Come back with a report.
Where's
Well, I
it
just
at?
Drive it home, it's in
Texas.
Texas.
I
I
think,
mean, in Texas.
Where?
I don't know.
I mean,
Texas is a big state.
I know it is. I didn't really ask.
Well,
Well, because
that's
we were
what I
going-
was gonna suggest. I don't wanna spend $40,000 and have a truck come here and then we're in no better shape than what we were. I'd just soon spend an
$500
extra
bucks on an
Yeah.
airplane ticket.
$1,000 or whatever, what it costs to get them there and back to, look at it and say, yes, we'll take this. And then
you
they
get the
can let
sight
us
unseen
know.
aspect of it, but I think there's a lot of us thinking about, is it worth 40 grand for 60 days worth of just having an extra in case you need it?
Yeah.
Well, I think in Robert's eyes, that it's more than 60
It's
days,
not-
and I said we shouldn't do it, but, you know, he just stated we got a bunch of high-mile ambulances.
I mean,
You're getting this one at a cheaper rate, and you're gonna
And we're gonna get
with
four
the surplus
or
to
five,
it.
6 years out of this truck.
If it's
As long
in
as
good
it
shape.
checks out.
They guarantee me it's went through an inspection, it's,
Yeah, 127
well,
point or something.
yeah. I
Then
mean,
they ought to
that's-
give you at least a 30-day guarantee on it.
I
Well, my
didn't-
only thing too, is this ain't nothing against you, Robert, 'cause it ain't your profession, but we're gonna fly Robert down there, and
I know nothing about
as
trucks.
far as
I have no
Robert's
idea.
not a mechanic, and, you know, some issues are hard to see, just going, you can drive something, that drive all right, and
Yeah.
have a big issue.
I bought a semi, I drove it 10,000 miles, and the engine went out of it, so.
I mean, they gonna haul it up here or drive it up here?
No, they're gonna flatbed it up here.
See, I'd rather them drive it. Don't make it, we don't have to take it.
We
But-
may,
Yeah.
we may be able to get the cost down if we
I-
drive down there
Yeah.
and drive it back.
Rob?
Yeah,
The only other aspect of purchasing the ambulance now is we can remount that box. We're led to, we cannot remount that box. It's at the end of its life. We can remount it as many times as we can.
Yeah.
So by the
Well, maybe
40,000,
it's
you're
done.
not only going to get an ambulance that we can put in service now, you're gonna get a box that you can remount and save money in the future as well. So that's something that I just wanted to make sure that was thought of as part of the purchase decision.
And then, I mean, thank you for that, and then, I think I'm kinda like you, when you said, 3 of our ambulances are 250, 218, and 190.
190, 218, 220.
Because the whole plan was to hopefully get this truck back here, run it until the new truck gets here. And then once the new truck gets here, Med One, which is higher in mileage, is gonna become reserve, and we're gonna keep running that international truck as a frontline unit. That's
Yeah.
the whole,
And I mean, this ought to keep us from buying a new ambulance for 2 or 3 years.
but we're not gonna have to buy a new ambulance for several years, because we're gonna remount.
You're gonna be buying chassis, right? We're gonna be buying
Yeah.
trucks and chassis, we won't be buying in the box. So instead of paying 275, 300,000, we'll be buying a truck for 60,000.
I still say that if they say the truck's in good condition and then they ought to give us a 30-day warranty. I mean, you get a 30-day warranty on anything. And, because without any warranty, we have no idea what we're gonna get. I mean, if they're driving it up here on a flatbed, it may come off the flatbed and that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I would take a
It's-
good assumption to say it's not a pile of garbage, but you do never know. I bought some piles of garbage, I didn't think were garbage.
Let's take a vote.
All right, well, we have a motion on the floor to not buy the international ambulance, basically. That's on the floor right now, we'll be voting on that. Madam Clerk, if you would, call the roll, please.
No,
No,
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
4-2, or was it a tie? 3-3.
Motion failed.
Yeah, well, motion fails, that's right.
I'd like to make a motion that we buy the $40,000 ambulance if they will give us even a
30-day
15-day
mechanical,
If they will give us a powertrain warranty on the vehicle up to 30 days, we'll buy the ambulance.
Excuse me.
all right? I'll second your motion. So, discussion. So we have a motion on the floor now to purchase the ambulance as long as they'll give us a mechanical warranty for 30 days.
How much money's in the line item to purchase this ambulance, Karen?
You gotta pluck some more.
Where do you think you can,
plus the taxes and transfers.
So you think you can pull 15 out of your, 15, 20 out of your,
well, you
EMS
said
fund?
you could pay for most of it. Where are you gonna cut that
Well,
money
most of
from?
it's coming out of that ambulance remount line.
Yeah, well, Robert and I looked, there's another spot or two to get a little,
And we could pull a little bit out of EMS supplies and, I mean, there's,
All right, so if you do that, I'm not out to, I want y'all to have everything you need, but sometimes none of us get that. But you pull that money out to buy that, and Robert's stated multiple times that the new one is gonna be here before July, you'd think. He said it multiple times, it'll be here May.
that's what they
So-
tell me.
Well, that's probably pretty good. They're saying it's gonna be
That's
here.
what they're telling me.
It probably will be. Where are we gonna pull the money to pay for that before July?
of course, we've already, used a lot of that money on that radio tower to pay for this ambulance. You know, with the,
We're gonna have to put money back in the account anyway,
we'll have to put money back in the account.
From where?
between now and.
Yeah, I mean, we,
As
you
we
know,
get
it'll be
closer
in general.
to June 30th, hopefully there'll be more available funds that aren't already committed and we can narrow that down.
Well,
But
June
I thought
30th ain't good enough, because we gotta pay for it in May.
But
That's what I'm
whenever it
getting
comes
at.
up, whenever we know that it's coming up, we'll have to take a hard look at what's available.
I'm just, Robert, I want you to have the ambulance,
Yeah,
and this
I
is a
think-
good price on an ambulance, but I don't wanna get to where Robert Peters pay Paul, and all of a sudden
Well-
Peters broke, and then,
You know,
I
we can, I think we have options when we order that ambulance to pay for it in before July, before June 30th, or after.
We
They
did,
said
we
they would,
discussed
they would
that.
hold that truck, but
Yes,
it would sit outside at their lot for
till
2 months
July
waiting
1,
for it.
and then we'd have it in that budget year. So-
we took money to build the radios from the line item we had designated to pay for this new ambulance coming in, so we've already made that deduction, and
Yeah,
You know-
but we had a plan.
yeah, but the plan has changed
Well,
a lot.
that's the
Well-
question, nobody knows the answer.
What's
I
that
want 'em to
again?
have it too. If it comes in May, and it's, Karen just reading numbers.
Yeah.
How are you gonna pay for it, and no one can say it. I understand we'll find something to pay for it, but I wanna know how.
I mean, this ain't what I want. I mean,
I
I
just
would've,
think it is,
I
but
would've hoped that
Decisions that have to be made. and
previous
sometimes you
years
gotta
and
make a hard
years and
decision.
years and years and years, ambulance purchases have been put off and that money's been moved to pay for other things, and now here's where we're at.
Well,
We
the
So,
general consensus is that we want you to have it.
We
We're
want
just trying to
some-
figure out how we're gonna pay for it.
we have a motion on the floor to buy it. If we can get a
30-day,
powertrain warranty up to 30 days. I don't care if it's 10 days. In 10 days, we ought to be able to have a mechanic look at it and say, yeah, it's whatever they said it was.
Yeah.
So, but just to buy something sight unseen, no warranty,
yeah,
like Will
that ain't
said,
best practice.
I've bought things like that, maybe the ambulance from Timu, who knows?
It'd only be 15,000 if it was somewhere.
But I just don't want to get stuck. I mean, if you remember, the last court bought a flatbed trailer for several $1,000s that we were never able to use because it was a piece of junk. And we ended up scrapping it. So,
Karen, do you have some examples of where we could pull money from to pay for this?
When the new ambulance comes.
Well, it depends on whether you do it in June, May or June when it arrives, or if you put it off to July 1.
Let's say it comes in May. Do you have any examples of where we could pull money from?
Yeah, if we wanna pay for it in May, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Why can't we just,
My first thought is how far along are we gonna be on the building? We budgeted significantly to pay for the pavilion. We're not actively building it.
How much, my question is out of that pavilion fund and all that, we borrowed $1 million some to keep us $1 million some in a reserve, correct?
Yeah.
So, in worst case scenario, there's where you get your money from your ambulance.
This is like a general
There's
contract that goes,
almost-
bro,
there's
I take the money I'm building from Corey's house and use it to fund Mike's house, and before you know it, I ain't. got
No, I'm
money.
not saying that, I'm saying we had,
Exactly what you're saying.
no, I'm saying we had $2.5 million and we put it in the bank.
Allocated for something else.
No, we don't. We put $2.5 million in a savings account, and we borrowed $1.5 million. So, that contract, there's what's 2.8 to do that out there, so we borrowed, we should have $1 million some in a savings account that's uncommitted to
well, we
anything.
committed to the splash park, which is gonna be.
We haven't
half of
committed to that yet either.
Well, I think we're pretty much agreed on that, so there's more than half of it.
Well, I mean, we still have that CD.
There's,
that's
once
sitting
again, there's
there,
wants
but
and
it's
needs
in
to
our
everything
budget.
too. This seems to be a pretty big need versus having a splash park out at the moment, so I'm just saying that.
So,
I don't disagree.
There's
Can
not
we
$1
vote
million
on this?
sitting on,
Call for a point.
I think, we could- yeah,
Y'all ready to vote?
well, it makes a big difference if you're voting, if you can pay for it or not. in my
well,
opinion.
but, no, we're voting to pay for it as long as we can get
Get
an
a guarantee.
inspection.
Just don't know how
Yeah.
we're gonna
30
pay
day
for it.
warranty.
Mechanical.
All right. Good deal.
Robert, you don't look so optimistic.
I'm not, cause
Well, just hold it right
Well-
there, let's vote.
Yeah, let's
Hold it
vote,
right
we
there,
call the
let's
point of
vote.
order.
You might say something that changes. No, go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
you all meet twice a month. I had to go home and literally lose sleep over whether or not our ambulances are gonna run, and it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, it just is. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to run with equipment that is falling apart.
But we're doing what you say you want here.
If you do that, Robert, you probably shouldn't have said talk. If you do that every night and it bothers you that much, why, if we only meet twice a month, are you not constantly talking about equipment that's falling apart?
He
'Cause you
is.
come
I
in here-
am.
Well, you
He
don't
is,
to us.
believe me, he does.
Well, then he
Karen,
needs to come
does
in
he
here to
not?
us and do it. We are a fiscal court, he might complain to you,
So,
And I'm not
come in
picking,
here every day
But
and complain,
he's
because
not-
every
he's-
time you come in here, we try to help you.
I know, but he's my boss. I convey everything I need to my boss.
he comes in,
I can't have six
Well, then I'm
bosses.
gonna direct everything I just said to you to you.
but I think
If
we're
you-
going,
If our stuff's falling
we're,
apart, we should hear about it.
we're gonna be
every time we're
voting on
I know.
yes to buy this ambulance. I just don't wanna buy it sight unseen.
I'm just trying to do what's best for the public.
So if you
Okay,
can
I'm-
call them and say, hey, can we get a 10-day warranty?
mechanical.
We just want a mechanical
Mechanical.
warranty on this to make sure that we're not buying, that it's gonna suit our, it's gonna be what you say it's gonna be when we get it. And they should, if they're a reputable dealer,
Outfit.
they should do that.
Is this a municipality selling this to us, or someone that's bought this, a private and selling?
Trader.
It's a.
He
Oh,
buys
okay.
it himself.
They buy municipal equipment and
And
sell it. They sell fire trucks,
Probably about like Chicago Motors.
yes, but on the fire truck
They're a
ambulance, yes.
And like I said, it doesn't have to be a 30-day warranty as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Oh,
Hey.
that's-
Yeah.
All right.
Ready to vote?
Hand it over to him, that's where it's coming from.
All right, well, let's vote. Everybody know what we're voting for. We're voting to buy this, international ambulance in Texas, as long as they'll give us a powertrain warranty,
Shoot for
up to 30 days. Up to
Up to
30 days. All right, Madam Clerk, if you would call the roll, please.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 All right, 5-1. So we will purchase this, international ambulance
If we can get some kind of warranty.
if they give us a up to 30-day mechanical warranty.
I'll reach out to them.
All right,
Thank you.
that ain't so bad, Robert. That ain't so bad.
You got what you wanted.
Put a smile on, dude.
He was like the kid that didn't get the bicycle for Christmas.
All right. I know I passed over that election worker, so we'll go ahead and bring it up at the bottom of your page, number 67, page 67. And Lynn and my office, we've had some discussion on this. And whenever we voted last meeting to raise folks from 17 to 18, and I shared with her my view of it was that was covering everybody. And the reason that I had that view of it is because I'm not an expert on how many people work the polls. So then we had some concern about some of them are paid per day, and then there's a different pay when they go to training, and then there's a different pay for Board of Election members. And I still don't understand the mileage, but I guess, and Lynn, we came up with these figures just trying to, for discussion that's on this page. Are those accurate, or what actually are they? I mean,
Well, we just raised the day workers' pay too, not that long ago.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's up to 175, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think we just matched these hourly people because we gave raises to these others. Lynn, correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong. Didn't we just recently give a raise for the people that get paid per day, like within the last 6 months or so? Yes, ma'am.
No, the day workers, the precinct officers. It says
Haven't we gave them a raise in the last 60 days, or
If they work early voting, there's 6 days early voting, there's 2 precinct workers, they were making $17 an hour. The precinct officers that work early voting the 3 days, they were making $17 an hour. So the early voting precinct officers were being paid by the hour. Precinct officers who work on election day were getting a set rate. All of them get $25 for training. They have to be paid for training. The $6 mileage is something that's in statute. You have to pay them that. So if they bring back the election equipment or the bead drives from the machines, they get that $6. That's just required. So you did bump them up to, the ones that work on election day, you did bump them up to $175 per day for those people. So they were getting set rate, the ones that worked early were getting hourly.
Okay.
What are you asking for here?
Everybody that does it.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
I was
doing.
asking for clarification.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Our discussion was for, I believe this was 17 to 18, hourly individuals
Okay.
that are paid for early work. There's no change for the day of workers.
Yeah, I think we gave them a raise, like,
Just within the
a couple
last
months
year,
ago or
within
something.
the last year. Oh, and I just wanted clarification.
Oh,
on that,
okay,
that
all
Everybody
right.
did understand,
I'll just make
that-
sure you just wanted for
so
clarification.
I could put it in the payroll, the hourly individuals are on a time clock, and they're paid by the hour, bi-weekly, like all the employees. The day of election workers are paid a flat rate.
Right.
Taxes and like that, and I just need clarification to put in the payroll program for whenever that starts.
I agree.
Well, I have no problem with, and again, this backs up when we voted the other day, that even the per day, if they made 18 an hour, which, let's say they worked 14 hours, that would be $252. I have no problem just making it simple, $250.
Does everybody work just full, or does that shift change? Like, if someone worked 10 hours, someone else comes in, or they there?
Election day,
They're there all day,
those
same
current
person?
law says they have to be there the entire time. They have to work 12 hours. They're there an hour early and most times at least an hour afterwards.
So, I mean, again, I have no problem with the if the 175 per day for precinct officers, now that's just on election day. Okay, I have no problem with that being $250, because people's time is valuable. It ain't no, I've said it, ain't no fun working for nothing. And then $150 per day for Board of Elections members. Now, is that only on election day also? All right. and kind of bring up another, just a general thought, and we don't have to do this today, but, yeah, we have different boards in our community, and we want good folks serving on all our boards. The Board of Elections, the Board of Adjustments, the Planning and Zoning Board. I'm sure there's others. And some of them have different pay rates. And I think they're all worth $100. Some of them are making 60. You know, if y'all remember when we did the reapportionment, I think we paid those $100 a couple years ago. But this could be for another debate, but,
How many precinct officers do you have?
About 45. So we're gonna have more this year, kind of like 10 new people from the fall.
so that'd be a lot of money.
Well, we just sat here and argued 20 minutes over an ambulance.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be, I mean, you're looking at $100 on 40-some people, that's $40-some $100. So, all right.
I'll make a motion.
So
that-
Karen-
that-
If Karen's got her clarification, I'd say we move on.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we, accept this to increase the early voting poll workers' pay from $17 to $18 an hour.
We've already done
Yeah,
that.
we did
Already
that
did
last
that?
meeting.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're
So,
good.
no change in pay for the election day workers currently paid following rates.
Okay, well, we don't have to take any action.
All this is outstanding.
All this is done? Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, You're good though, Dan. All right, well, we'll move on from that.
I thought we were
Then,
changing something.
I didn't get a second, so it died.
No,
I don't think you made a motion.
No, I don't think I made a
never
motion.
finished getting it out there.
All right,
Hold on here.
so. So they're still gonna get 17, or
No.
what?
We voted to pay them $18.
No, I'm sorry,
Lynn's
I was
talking about-
eavesdropping to their conversation.
Our conversation was, Karen wanted clarification on the precinct officers that work on election day versus the others that work early voting that get paid by the hour. The court already has voted to increase the hourly workers from $17 to $18. The motion, as it was made in the last minute, or the last meeting, made it appear that everyone was going up to $18 an hour, even the ones that worked on election day.
Okay, so we do need a motion for the other
That's what,
people.
that's what the understanding was, that everyone. Although, the agenda sheet that I submitted for that increase in raise just covered the early precinct, the early workers. It did not cover election day, but you all voted to increase everybody to $18.
Where is, you know, where
No one
the-
else is an hourly employee.
in our minutes? We're
That's an
voting on
$18
that.
an hour for an hourly employee.
Those are the early precinct election officers.
Only
So
the
they
hourly
have
paid workers,
a
yeah.
time card, you know, when they get there, when they set up, when they leave.
Yeah, we didn't make any motion for people to get paid per day. Only thing we made a
Only
motion for
hourly
was
workers.
hourly.
So on election day, does anyone punch a clock? Okay, then
They get
it's
paid
settled.
$175 per day.
Yeah, all right, then that settles that, okay. All right. Because we just changed the hourly for the folks that punch clocks. Yeah, everybody that punches clock gets 18, and then
the
everybody
daily
that gets
pay,
paid
they get
daily
a raise
is
for
already,
a while back.
already settled, all right. All right, thank you all for all that clarification. We have,
Can I say something, please?
yeah,
Even though their units are sold as is, they do offer a 30-day engine and transmission warranty with it. So,
They will,
For how much?
no, it's
No
included.
cost?
you're good, Robert.
If
Very
anything
good.
major happens.
We
I could
already
put 'em-
voted that if they'll do that, then
Well,
you'll
I'm
get
just
your
Get her
answer.
done.
saying to you that they said if anything happens to the units, once it's put into service, they help out with getting it repaired. So,
sounds
All right.
good.
All
just
right.
letting you know.
Order it.
Put a smile. Good job, Robert.
He still looks like he's.
Hey,
Give him a chill pill back.
yeah, I was gonna say,
What page we going
it's
to
easy,
now?
everybody do it. 78, just the clerk's final settlement. Lynn, we need a motion to approve your final settlement?
Yes.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the clerk's final settlement.
Second.
All right, motion by myself, seconded by Zach to approve the final settlement, which is in your packet on page 79. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Lynn, here's a copy signed. That'll take care of that. Okay, now, our budget amendment on page 80, and I'm really gonna lean on our acting treasurer to help explain this. If you all know that when we do budget amendments, we have to send it to DLG. We vote on it, send it to them. They approve it, they'll send it back to us signed, and then we'll do a second reading and adoption at our next meeting. All right, and she'll tell you why we have to do this.
If you're gonna spend money that you've received, it has to be incorporated into the budget. Our original budget, is with Frankfurt. A lot of these numbers came in, December, before Treasurer Williams left. He had prepared the handwritten notes, and like I said, I've been holding, until we had more time to catch up. And I utilized his numbers. I ran current reports to see what we had maybe extra available to amend into the budget. So that's where some of these numbers had come from, what we had budgeted, or had we received to date. This is our total receipts. Unfortunately, the surplus, you'll see some negative numbers on there. When we start the budget process, it's in April, and we anticipated having a larger surplus than we actually have on June 30th. And we have to correct that by making it a negative. So we had to bring down the receipts because we didn't have as much money in the bank on June 30th.
So like what you're saying, in our general surplus, general fund,
You budgeted.
we had 426,000 less than we anticipated.
Yes, you originally budgeted, I believe it was 3.5 million in surplus, and we only purchased 40. So that's why we had to bring that number down. And then we've also, our general fund supplies a lot of funding for the jail fund. Our jail fund is in really, really poor shape, and we are gonna have to find a way to get some money into the jail fund to pay the bills for the next 4 months. We have less than $100,000 in the jail fund right now. Our jail bills are running about 60,000.
Yep.
And this probably isn't gonna get us to zero.
So what's your suggestion?
I think it's on this paper.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
yeah, that's where.
Take a whole bunch of money out of a bunch of places.
Well,
To
This,
try to make
this
it
stuff
fair.
ought to be put at, closer to the beginning of the agenda. So then when you have to go through the rest of the agenda, talk about spending money here, there, and yonder, it's a little bit more of an educational experience.
So without all
We just have
adding
to
and
watch-
subtracting all this, what's our deficit that we need? to-
Well, we still have the 700,000 collected to amend into the budget. The general
that's
fund, the
700
general
some-
fund is
That's-
only 300.
But that's opioid funds
That's
and.
all the funds combined, yes.
Okay.
So that's all that we have available.
700,000
That's how much we have available.
For,
Well, available
Is
to
that taking
move.
the 40,000
That's not,
out too? Did you have that figured in money to move?
Some of the things you can't move, like opioid money and stuff.
No.
yes, the opioid's restricted.
Yeah,
and the WRS is restricted, Senate Bill 135 is restricted.
General fund is the least restricted, so that's why we're taking a lot of money from the general fund to the jail fund to get us through a couple of more months in the hopes that we'll have some more receipts come in that we can amend again, maybe by June.
So taking 107,000 out of the road fund, how hard is that gonna hit the road fund?
Well, that was what you had originally budgeted as surplus.
That's
It's just-
surplus
You
over.
just didn't have it, so that's just
That's it.
a line item, we just didn't have it on.
I'll tell you something that's out of our control that is hindering us and hurting us at the road fund is FEMA. with the government shut down right now, Homeland Security, ain't nothing happening, basically. And we voiced our dissatisfaction at KIPTA Thursday, Henry County Judge, Trimble County Judge, myself, to Congressman Massey's folks and Congressman Guthrie's folks, especially Stacy Rockaway, about how we know FEMA is there, but with the shutdown, you cannot rely on, basically, if it ain't life or death, since they're shut down, they're not doing anything. So we've got these projects that are sitting in limbo. We've still got, they still are appealing a project from 2023 that I was there witnessing, looking at it myself. A big old ditch had washed out, and you could tell it had just washed out. And all 4 people from all across the United States from FEMA, one of them flew home that afternoon, all the way across the country. One was from Atlanta, forget where the other 2. But they all look at it, and there's like, they was telling me, you can see that this got washed out because of this flood. That's right. Well, then, fast forward to now, FEMA's saying, we're going to appeal that claim because that was damage done before that storm. That's BS, because that ain't the way that is.
It's the federal government.
Well, but basically, some of those monies that we were counting on coming in, and that's kind of like the Old Hetty Bridge. We had a fatality on Old Hetty Bridge, and that's important to us. That's why we focused on getting FEMA and federal dollars to help replace that bridge, and now, everything's dragging along. So we did have anticipated revenues from FEMA that ain't coming to the road department. So what I'm planning to do here very soon, we've already been discussing it, is, and the other 2 county judges agreed with me, is applying for these state programs where you get $100,000, like we fixed Murray Road. If you apply for those, you get a check in the mail for $50,000. And then when you get things fixed, they audit it, and then they pay you the balance. But we've got, and I'm bringing this up on Dutchman Creek. If you turn down Dutchman Creek off of Highway 44, look at how the creek's about to eat the road out. You've seen it, Zach. You walk out on the edge of the other side, looking down in the ditch, and you're like, better back up, because
There's someplace that's undercut.
all it is roots and sod that's holding you, and that needs to be fixed. We need to dig that out and put blocks and stabilize that, and if FEMA ain't gonna do it, we need to do it through the state. And I'm planning to go that route. And if you all have any places in your districts that are worse than that, we'll do those too. But, I say that was a lot to say, but at the road department, we are being strained by FEMA not being active.
And that program, the state you're talking about, that's just one time per year, is that correct?
Now, you can have multiples at a time.
Is that the $100,000 culvert bridge replacement through the
It's
secondary
the
road fund?
emergency road. We did it on Murray Road.
Yeah,
You know,
but I thought there was only one time a year you could do that.
now, my understanding the other day, you can have multiples, because we discussed it at length there at KIPTA the other day. So,
Karen, I just got a quick question on the second, the B or whatever, the housing contracts, the 232,849, is that the jail housing contracts, I guess? Okay. So we are moving that money to the jail fund, I guess, is what the plan is there? Okay.
and to help y'all on your numbers, just a reminder, 01 is general fund, 02, you see the first numbers, is the road fund, 03 is the jail, and then you see like 13, 18, 74, 76, those big numbers is just other accounts.
13 is WRS money that's restricted. 18 is the sheriff's federal reserve forfeiture. That's just interest we can, on that. The 74 is opioid, another restricted. And the 76 is the clerk's Senate Bill 135.
So we need a motion to move this money around?
to approve the budget amendment,
I guess.
ordinance to approve the budget amendment and send to DLG, and they'll critique it very, very strictly.
Motion to approve the, budget amendment number 1.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Zach, seconded by Dan, to approve the, budget amendment, number 1, and send it to DLG.
Question.
Any other discussion? Yeah, Jim?
Ordinance, is this the first reading? Do we vote on the first read, or?
Well, let's vote on the first reading. I mean, I don't know that we have to, but
What's what I'm
we
saying, do we
should.
have
This is
to?
their form. So
Yeah.
They kind of, because it relates to the budget, they like us to be first and second readings.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and vote on the first reading on the, since it's the budget amendment.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. So we'll get that sent on in. Next, we have the invoices, bills, and transfers. Any questions on any of those?
I make a motion to pay the bills and make the transfers, and then we need to include that, 40, do we need to include?
We'll need to make a transfer for
The,
the extra, we don't have to do the 140. I would recommend about 2,500.
okay, we'll add that one.
We already have 39 in the line,
Okay,
so about 2,500 for this, and then the transfer, the transportation costs, we'll get it back to whatever.
so you wanna do,
2,500 to the EMS vehicle remount line,
all right,
and we can take it from EMS medical supplies.
all right.
Lynn, if a vehicle's coming from Texas, we all do that based on price of your computer system, or if Robert has a bill of sale, does that change the price for tax to be paid? If it shows in your system it's more than 40,000, but he has a bill of sale, he can pay taxes on.
Well, we don't pay.
We
Yeah,
don't-
we don't pay taxes.
We don't pay
We have to
taxes.
pay transfer fee to the license plate.
What if that changes the price?
Yeah, well, it, you know, it's not part of the purchase, so the procurement's covered, right, Corey?
Procurement, yeah.
As long as it's 40,000 or less.
40,000. Yes,
We write a check to
not excess of
the
1,000.
vendor. Okay. All right, so that'd be good.
I'll
All
make,
right.
my motion still stands, so.
Okay. All right, and Dan seconded it? So, all right, we have a motion on the floor to pay the bills, and transfers with the one additional transfer. And Lynn, I think Doug would always give Lynn we'll give that to you, Lynn. All right, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. I'll now entertain, we're doing pretty good, a lot of good discussion. Entertain a motion to go into executive session as per KRS 61-810C, proposed pending litigation on behalf of the public agency, and also KRS 61-810F, discussing the hearings might lead to the appointment discipline of an employee. Do I get a second?
Second. Oh, second.
Second by Zach.
That's
All
fair.
those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry,
It's either we move or you move.
yeah. We'll turn all these off.
Robert still didn't look happy, even after he got his ambulance. I do, I think, we've talked about that, you know, we're not